And this, the Randomanonamo. Have fun, douche!
Silence wears a new suit to his coffee, toast, and eggs.
How's douchebag family friendly?
Welcome back, YouTubers. I am Randomanonamo. As you may be aware, new spoilers for Zendikar have come out. But how will they stack up with the already spoiled cards? Day of Judgment and Soren Markov are already powerful cards from this set, but are they the height? Does Wizards have something up their sleeves? Let's find out. First, let's start with blue. Mindbreak Trap. Wow. First, let's talk about traps. Trap is a new subtype added to cards that make them easier to play if your opponent unwillingly triggers the requirement. The ability to have expensive and powerful spells cost less, or in this case 0, you can cast devastating spells out of nowhere. I think this has a lot of potential for those new to the game and casual play. Most people at this level tend not to wait to play cards and have a tendency to cast them all at once. Permitted that these cards can be played in succession without having to wait for a spell to resolve, i.e. instances or permanents with flash, you could end up countering multiple spells. But wait, it doesn't say counter, does it? No. We're not talking about putting these cards in the graveyard. You remove them from the game. And did I forget to mention the trap cost? 0. No blue mana required. Wow. But why exile? Well, probably because of our next piece of amazing. Chandra Blaze. Let's break this down into her 3 abilities. Really? Does Red even need this? This ability doesn't really strike me as all that amazing. First of all, you need cards in your hand to use it, and they have to be red at that to get the full benefit. This could be a problem. Depending on who you're facing, you may not even have cards in your hand. But I can see the benefit of discarding a shock to do 4 damage. But is the forced discard worth it? Her second ability. Again, I find it lackluster. It'd be good against combo decks, forcing them to cycle through and discard their tech, and it's always nice to refill your hand if you're out of cards. And with some of those cards you may be drawing a land, and with all those landfall abilities out there, you can be drawing into an extra mana and 3 damage to a target of your choice. But what about all those cards you're discarding? How can tossing 2 to 3 cards in your graveyard a turn be useful? Okay, seriously? Not only are they giving her a Yegmoth's Will, but you get to cast them for free? Sure, they have to be a red instant or sorcery, but that feeds into her first 2 abilities. Oh, I get it. At a 6 cost with 2 more turns of potential burn spells in the graveyard, and an extra 8 damage to the face, this is a potential game ender. Although I think Chandra Ablaze is powerful, I don't think she's going to see the popularity that Soren Markov will. Although there's really no reason not to put her in a red burn, or dare I say, land destruction deck. Gross. Alright, next is... wait, what am I looking at here? Okay. Alright, time for my translation goggles. Hey, the goggles! They do something! Okay, Eternity Vessel. It enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it, where X is your life total. Interesting. I wonder where they're going with this. Alright, next line is... Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have your life total become equal to the number of charge counters on Eternity Vessel. Did I just read that right? Wow! If this doesn't prove to be the ultimate powerhouse card in this set for casual play, I'll eat my hat. Can this be the counter for Markov? As an artifact, it would seem that way, being it was in play before your life total hits 10. I'm already making room for this one in my Esper deck. Pretty good. But the power of this card is really going to determine on how fast and easy it is to get land into play. And it's not like they're going to print anything that could get a land into play as an instant. What? Are you serious? Why? Do they really need to feed a tech like this and block? Don't get me wrong, the 2-for-1 land is always good, but this and the land I talked about last time, Cut the Molten Pinnacle, 2G for 6 damage divided among 2 targets with 3 damage apiece, or 6 to 1? Thanks for the reprint, wizards! Landfall seems almost stupid. With each new card spoiled, the ability keeps getting more and more broken. From damage, life gain, potential creatures from the likes of Raging Baloth. What else can they do with this? It's a little hard to read, but here's what it does. At least it seems a little bit more reasonable. 7 lands is a lot for white to produce. Sure, you can combine it with green, but it's not like white has any land acceleration. Why do I even try? Okay, getting rid of your own creatures for lands? Sure. But it's not like creatures grow on trees or anything. I mean, I stand corrected. And then, of course, there's the newly spoiled Worn Instigator. But that's not really my thunder to steal. If you want to take a look at that one, link is in the sidebar. Well, that's it for this episode, but rest assured, the more spoilers that come out, you'll more than likely be seeing more of me. Lucky you. Anyways, this is Randomanonamo saying, have a good one.